Namaskar. What is happening with the United States budget? It appears that the number is just ballooning higher and higher, and it's almost as if that deficits don't matter and that our future generations will somehow take care of themselves. This is a big fear that has been expressed by conservative Republicans as well as Democrats in the decades up until now. But suddenly, there is a spending spree. People are just printing money like there's no tomorrow, and this is reflected in the numbers. The United States budget, its deficit, which is ballooning beyond control, and we are talking about this inflation control act. But before that, let's take a quick look at what the budget itself is, how it looks like today. And for all that, let's welcome Sridhar Chityala I, who has in the past given us excellent insights into the state of the United States finances, budgets, and so on and so forth, because he is an extremely data-driven person. We're going to share with you some very good data charts now. So stay tuned, hang on for a really great ride. Sridhar ji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel, sir.
Namaskar and happy to be here and looking forward to a very insightful discussion on a very favorite topic, which is public finance.
Yes, indeed, sir. And I'm going to put up some charts now so that people have an understanding of how the United States budget is keeping on falling and falling in terms of like not being able to meet its revenues, the expenditures and revenue. The imbalance has been there, but it's now going out of control. So here we go. I'm going to put up the first slide for you, sir. You can go ahead and talk to it.
Great. First and foremost, I think that this objective is to share the numbers as we get into rolling out the Inflation Response Act. So as we look at today, when you look at the revenue receipts as well as the expenses align themselves very well, which is effectively Social Security, Medicare, income security, defense, etc., etc. They make up the significant chunk of the budget. As of July 2022, the deficit stands at about $725 billion. And the target as we look ahead, as we complete the estimates, is about $1.5 trillion is going to be the deficit. This is on the back of the deficits that were triggered in 2020 and 2021. 2021 can understand that is basically the outcome from the COVID, which was the $3 trillion deficit that got added because of a big stimulus of about close to $6 trillion. And then you had the 2021, which saw again, three additional acts during that period, including the Child Protection Program, which brought about a 2.775 trillion deficit. One can see from 2012, it was the last time when we hit $1 trillion budget. This is on the back of the recovery from the GFC. But since 2013, we have seen the budgets at least coming down, budget deficits coming down, but we are now on a spending spree because people have got used to the COVID, post-COVID situation. They feel that they can spend money like nobody's business, and the outcomes can be dealt with, as Sriji set the context that it can be dealt with by future. Once upon a time, the norm used to be that the budget deficits have to be in the 2 to 4% range, 2 to 4% of the GDP. Now we are well past, 6%, and we expect, the budgets to be in the 2030 onwards to be 10% of the GDP, because we have courage and conviction we can blow the numbers out. Two consequences. First and foremost, if we are betting on dollars, well, then you can see the dollar depreciating as the time goes on. That's the first conclusion. The second conclusion that one can draw is that what it is going to do by way of inflation, lo and behold, only God can answer that question. So this Inflation Response Act is not going to in any way reduce, based on all the pundits' estimates, reduce and achieve the savings that they are talking about, the $300 billion on the debt that they want to achieve over 10 years. but it's only going to trigger more. Now, they are also going to renege on the energy side of the business, which is one of the biggest curses in terms of the inflation numbers.
Thank you very much, Sridhar ji. That was wonderful. And viewers, this is just August. We still have a fair amount of months to go. You're only 2/3 into this financial year. So the numbers don't look very good, I'm afraid. And what is it going to take to turn around this is, of course, bringing back a lot of the production back into the United States. That's easier said than done. And also to have a much more robust monetary and fiscal policy. Right now, it doesn't seem to be happening. And there also has to be a crackdown on all the different excesses that took place because of the free money that was available post-COVID. Lot of scams, including someone that I really, really like in the United States Congress, including that person's school district. So somehow these things are not being talked about. And we hope to bring you all those things and more. Just stay tuned. Sridhar ji, as always, a pleasure having you to share your thoughts about the US budget. And you will see more and more Sridhar ji's insights into the finances, on the companies and everything around the United States in the days and weeks to come in this kind of a special episode. Thank you very much, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you. Namaskar, and have a wonderful day.